Welcome to Monday Night TPK.
Hey, welcome back. This is Monday Night TPK. My name is Kyle, and you are listening to a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Real Play podcast. It's been about a month since we've recorded, and about that probably since we put out a new episode. So, happy January, happy 2020. I'm glad that whoever you are, I'm glad that you're listening, because that means there's somebody out there. Around me at the table. It is probably Sam. Yeah. I hope he still listens. I haven't heard from him in a while. Around me at the table, I have 4 intrepid adventurers who like to seek out new civilizations and destroy them and steal things from them. Like the murdering hobos that they are. Let's see here. Ryan. It is, as I said, it's New Year, it's January, we are recording this on,
Hi, Kyle.
On January, what is today, 6th? 6th. Cool.
Yeah.
Ryan, what was your New Year resolution?
Huh? I actually don't make those.
Oh.
Ditto.
Same.
You
Sam?
picked a bad question.
I didn't make one.
Hey, Kyle.
What's yours?
Yeah.
I don't know.
To do better intros for the podcast?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe someday I'll start, planning intros ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I just do them on the spot. But
Okay.
We're now, 50-some episodes in, and I still haven't done that yet. Alright, cool. So, if you are listening to these well after we have posted them, you get to just, listen to them one after the other.
Bah.
But us, playing in real time, as I said, it's been a month. So, Sam, This recap that you're about to recap,
Yeah.
it's real important.
Super important.
Alright, I'll let you have it.
Cool. During episode 50, we finished eating our jam and toast as Vorn reached the top of the plateau. Iku praised us for killing the hag, and the group decided what to do next. Then all of a sudden, Rixer got food poisoning from the bread, ? So we continued to rest for 30 minutes until Rixer's tummy felt better. We gained the benefits of a short rest in doing so, and then we headed back down the plateau and continued on. Iku seemed disoriented after reaching the jungle floor and asked Brielle to find where north was. After that, Iku sent us west, and we walked for 2 days very peacefully. On day 3, after the hag encounter, we came across a thick layer of slime in our path. Gilly accidentally stepped in the goo, and her foot didn't start burning, so we learned it wasn't acid, or anything super terrible. Brielle thought it was a flail snail trail. Iku seconded that it may be a flail snail trail, so she also suggested a froghemoth, but thought the trail was too small. Rixer took 4 pounds of flail snail trail into his sack. We determined that the snail was traveling south, and we decided to follow the flail snail trail. We continued for an hour before we heard something ahead of us. Brielle caught the top edge of the shell straight ahead. Rixer saw that the snail had 5 eye stalks with spikes. Iku said she'll have no part in hurting the creature. Rixer found a piece of glitter on Gilly and ate it to remove it. The team was indecisive about whether or not to kill the flail snail. But in the end, we decided not to. 3 more uneventful days passed, and we arrived at the base of a brick and stone ziggurat. We found stairs up to 4 different levels on the ancient structure, with the stairs being on the right and the left side, and at the top there was a shrine. We also saw that the jungle was beginning to eat the bottom steps, and Iku said we made it to Orolunga. The end.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Your enunciation was definitely on fleek there, Sam.
Thank you. It must have been the extra coffee I had today.
So yeah, you guys are standing at the base of this ziggurat. As Sam described, it looks like the jungle is kind of like crawling up and kind of like beginning to, stick to and encase the lower portion. But you can definitely make out that to the left and the right are stairs that both go up to the top landing, or the first landing rather.
So does it, can we see a main opening or entrance then?
From where you're standing, it looks like the very top floor has some sort of structure with like a temple with openings for people to walk through.
Okay.
But on this level, no, there is nothing to walk into.
So we'd have to go around to stairs.
Yeah, the stairs are on the outside of the building.
Okay. Sure.
As you guys kind of stand there, taking it all in, deciding your next course of action, Suiku will turn to you guys, and she'll say, "My friends, at the top of the ziggurat, you will find a very wise and very ancient resident of this jungle. Her name is Saja de..." Pronouncing his name.
Yeah.
I've read it in my head a million times, and I've spoken it out loud. Her name is Saja Mbaza.
Saja Mbaza.
Oh, do you mean grandma?
Iku will smile. I'm sure that she would not object to you calling her grandmother.
Okay.
But in order to get her wisdom, you must meet her in her temple. I cannot help you with this task. I will be at the base of the ziggurat waiting for you to return.
I mean, it is a lot of stairs, but okay.
She'll nod. And then there's a big tree. She just kind of leans against it. And kind of crosses her arms.
Well, there's no time for the present. Let's go.
Sure. You guys take the left-hand staircase or the right-hand staircase?
Whichever's closest. Never.
You're in the exact middle.
Dang. Huh? Let's go with Kyle and just say left.
Sure.
Never go left. Kyle always goes left.
Yeah.
Remember every dungeon I put you guys in? Kyle went left.
Yeah, that's my life motto. Left all the way. Yeah, so you guys can walk, handful of feet, and you stand at the base of the staircase. It is definitely wide enough for if you really wanted two of you to walk comfortably side by side all the way up.
Dorothy style. We're off to see
the steps from the ground to level 1 of the ziggurat are 50 feet long, and they rise 30 feet in the air.
I don't think that's up to code.
No.
Do they have any ADA access?
Oh, definitely not. These are very far away from being ADA compliant. They might be grandfathered in or grandmothered in, as the case may be.
Maybe.
And they are choked heavily with vines and brush and plant life.
To the point where it's not the steps aren't flat enough to walk.
I was going to say, is it going to make it rough? Is it hard to climb?
It would be definitely, difficult terrain. But, I mean, it's flat enough and good enough you don't need, climbing gear. I'm not going to ask you guys to make, athletics checks to get up there.
Okay.
It's just going to be slow going.
Okay.
How wet is the stuff that's, on the stairs? I mean, obviously we're in a moist environment.
No, that's a fair question. Yeah, everything is kind of wet at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly misting. This does, because the structure's big enough, you do have a fair amount of light kind of coming down through the canopy onto it, as opposed to everything being kind of the murky darkness. So you do a little bit of evaporation that way. I mean, currently it is not really raining per se, but it's a little misty.
Okay, so Rickster's gonna be, I guess, investigating all of the vines and stuff that's in the way and see if it seems like it would be dry enough to light on fire or if it would be super slippery because of how wet it is.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
If you would rather throw a nature check, I'd let you do that instead for the same knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's pretty much the same. I'm trying to think if maybe there's something else to... Could I use survival about, if it would catch on fire?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, geez, that's only a 9.
I mean, it seems pretty wet.
Okay.
You know that damp stuff, even with a 9, currently living plant life doesn't really catch too easily.
Right. Okay. Does it seem super slippery, though? Or do I have to roll separate?
It does not seem super slippery.
Okay.
Sam?
How high up is each stair again?
Each individual step, I'm not going to do the math.
Oh, okay.
The whole slope of the staircase is 50 feet from the tip of your feet to the top of the ledge.
Okay.
But if you're going straight up, it rises a total of 30 feet.
Okay. I misunderstood you the first time. I
you're
thought
going
it
at
was
a slope like this, but this
Right.
is 30, but this is 50.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if I need, uppies.
They're normal humanoid size.
Okay.
So it's 50 feet up or
Mhm.
30 feet up?
It's
Sorry,
30
I'm
feet
sorry,
high, but the angle goes to 50.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, since it's longer than high, the run is longer than the rise, they shouldn't be super difficult to climb. So,
No.
okay. Cool.
Away we go.
I mean, after we do this three times, 4 times?
And 3
3
times.
times. We might be a little...
The upper steps don't look
Exhausted.
like they're nearly as choking plant life.
Oh, okay.
Just this lower.
Does it look so
That makes sense.
So whenever if we were to get to the top of the stairs and it flattens out, does it look like there's actually a platform? A big
Plateau.
area?
Yes.
Okay.
Not big, but
Whoa.
big enough to stand on.
Okay.
Just be flat. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, folks. So you have investigated the steps. We have calculated the angles and the run over the rise. Short of actually doing some math. What are you guys
They
doing?
look safe. Brielle's just going to go up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So Brielle, since you take the lead, I'm assuming, you go 10 feet, and you're kind of picking your way through the sort of semi-dense. It's slowing you down. It starts digging into you, there's thorns and sharp leaves. How many feet would you go before you would stop to investigate what's going on?
I mean, once it started hurting, I'd probably take a look at it.
Cool. You take a point of damage for that 1 foot that you went.
Because, naturally I'd be like, ow, ow, what's poking me? And then I'll take a look at it. Investigation?
Sure.
Is that what you want?
Or nature or
perception?
survival, depending on how you want to. Probably nature might be the
I
best.
think my nature is better. Yeah. I have a +4 in nature. It's 12 on the die, so we're doing 16.
I mean, it's pretty clear. Something pricks you, and through your leg a little bit, or on your elbow, or whatever, and you find that the vines are covered in thorns, very very sharp thorns.
That's what I figured.
There's leaves that have really sharp kind of edges a little bit. I've been cut by leaves before. You can have it. Paper cuts, but
I get it.
painful.
I get it.
Some of them even have almost little spikes
Yeah,
on them.
those are on there too.
Like that thistle.
Yeah.
Those, Dana, those are on there.
Yeah. Keep
Keep
giving.
Keep giving him things, yeah.
Some of them have mouths.
Not yet.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's thick, but what if I started chopping through it to kind of make my way? Would that hinder?
Yeah, you can pull your sword.
Stop me from taking damage.
You can take a slice and you chop off, the part that's been cutting you, and just as fast as it takes for it to hit the ground, it regrows.
What?
Sam?
I would like to roll an Arcana, because that seems weird.
Sure, give me knowledge Arcana.
Definitely should try to burn it then.
Oh, it's a 5. I don't know what it is.
You don't think this is magic. You think this is just some sort of fast-growing jungle plant.
Jungles are stupid.
So, you said Brielle was only like a foot or so up.
She got 10 feet up.
10 feet, oh, okay,
but
sorry.
the 11th foot,
Is what did
she
it?
took a point of damage.
Okay. So would we be able to see what happened then? About it growing back?
Oh, yeah.
So quickly?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just listening.
I thought you had something right.
Hey, Brielle, what if you come back down, okay? And then you go on that side of the stairs, and then I go on this side of the stairs, and we cut at the same time all the way up, so then they can follow us before the vines grow back.
They grew back almost instantaneously, though, right?
Basically, yes.
But, like, the idea would be like that. If it's 3 or 5 feet wide, however they are, that'd be cut at both sides, so it'd be a whole 5-foot section that gets cut off.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm thinking of. Maybe
it's
it would
always
work.
It's worth a shot.
So you mean you guys are just going to stand side by side?
Yeah, and essentially, like, I'll do, I guess, the left side because I'm left-handed. So, like, I'll cut the vines on the left side, like, for that first step. Brielle's doing it on the right-hand side.
Sure.
And there'll be, like, just one behind us.
Sure.
Do you think that'll work?
She'll
Maybe?
agree to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can get up there, and you're kind of, 1, 2, 3 swing, and your blades slice through the foliage easily, and you see the bits and pieces go flying and hacking, and they will grow back just as fast.
Ugh.
Brielle will turn around. She'll cast Thaumaturgy on herself. And she'll look at the wizard and go, "You prepped that dispel magic spell yet?"
So magic's actually a 3rd level spell.
Sam?
Useless. Gotta be level 5. Useless.
Gilly's gonna march back down to Iku. Because what does Gilly do when she doesn't know what it is? She asks Iku. Iku,
Yes.
what are these fast-growing vines on the stairs here? We tried to hack at them and they grew right back.
Iku will nod her head. Oh, yes, they tend to do that.
That's like a jungle thing? Or like a Shazam Baza thing?
She looks at you and goes, "That's racist."
What is her temple thing? This is specifically to here?
Should we look at the right side?
Iku will say to you that I'm sure once you reach Saja Umbaza, she will answer all of your questions.
Gilly just like throws her hands up in the air because she's frustrated.
So that's what the halfway matter sounds like.
Angry halfling.
So while Gilly's doing that, Brixter's still trying to, like, figure out something. So Brixter's gonna pull out the big potato. And turn to...
The evil, necrotic baked potato.
Exactly. It's not baked, it's big.
Baked potato, I'm sorry.
It's
It is
raw.
You're right. It's starting to throw eyes.
Yeah, it is. So, Brielle, you know about magic stuff, kind of, right? Because Gilly's down there. So,
He
like...
knows more than I do.
Okay, but so, necromantic, that means dead,
Yeah.
right? It kills thing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Rotting.
And
Destruction, yeah.
so Rickster's gonna put the potato out, like, right next to the vines, kind of if you were to, like, hold a torch to scare something away. And he's gonna try to get the vines to die because of the potato.
Yep.
That's how he spends his time.
Okay. The vines don't react whatsoever to the potato.
He's still gonna try.
All right, cool.
Like, different distances and everything.
Gilly, like, Iku's got nothing. She said that Shazam and Baza will explain everything, but that doesn't solve the problem right now.
My potato didn't help either.
Ah,
Definitely putting it back in my pack so you can't use it against me later.
Do you have anything that does necrotic?
Necrotic doesn't work.
No.
The potato didn't work.
So what are our
But
options right now?
your potato's just projecting it. It's not damaging it.
Mm.
I would like to cast Inflict Wounds on the...
Go for it.
Oh my.
Do you need me to... Well, what is it?
It's an attack roll.
It's an attack roll. Do you need me to roll an attack roll? It's just plants.
I mean, as long as we're clear that you're using the spell slot.
Yeah, I'm using it.
Sure, you mumbo your jumbo. Nothing happens.
It would take up to 3d10s of damage.
Cool. Nothing happens.
Is there a visual difference
That was really
between
cool.
the plant matter, the first 10 feet, versus that 11th foot?
The 11th foot starts the really spiky plants.
Right, but I mean, like, are the vines a different color? Is it thicker? Do they look like a completely different type of plant?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
it's just suddenly now has thorns.
Ryan, do you have something?
What do we know about this Saza Umbago?
Iku and grandfather, whatever his last name was, have both said that she probably has answers.
Nothing personality-wise.
You didn't really asked.
is there a spot in the pokey foliage where where Gilly can just place one single finger?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. I would like to go carefully place one single finger on the spiky stuff and cast Identify. I learned whether there are any spells affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, I learned the spell which created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay, so you cast Identify while
Mhm.
carefully touching the thorns or what have you, plants.
Mhm.
When you cast this in the past, you kind of have this, like, you kind of get images in your head. They kind of like how play out a little bit of whatever's going on here, and they're a little bit sometimes cloudy or sharp or what. It really depends on what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
You have this. This comes into your head fully formed as this extremely bright white light that you know instantly is incredibly powerful magic,
Mm-hmm.
but it screams magic at you so hard and so fast that you are literally knocked backwards off of the steps.
Ah! Thump. Oh, that was a mistake.
Oh no.
That was a mistake.
Here, let me help you up.
Right?
How much distance is there between this field of foliage and the stairs?
They're on the stairs.
They're on the stairs. Okay. And just how high up do the stairs go?
30, so there's 20 feet left that is seemingly impassable without taking damage right now. I just want to clarify and make sure.
Blight.
So whenever Brielle first cut the plant, she was on the essentially 11th foot.
Yeah.
Whenever Brielle and Rixer tried to do it together, were they on the first foot?
No, 11.
Okay, I guess I was picturing them being on the first foot, so can I try, like, below?
Sure.
Like, go down to the bottom, the first step, try cutting it there? Does it react the same?
Exactly the same.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Oh no.
How many steps are we gonna have to take to get through this?
It's, like the first 10 feet are free, essentially.
Right.
And you have 40 more feet.
Can't live it.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I
40.
can't survive it. One hit every step. I can't survive it.
How tall is
No,
Born?
I only have 36 health.
I thought you said it was 30 feet high.
No, it goes 30 feet high, but 50
That way.
This way at an angle.
So you're
Okay.
gonna go.
Okay.
So we've got to make
never
it
mind.
through like 40 feet of it. I can't live it. I need 5 more HP to have 1 HP when I get out. Unless I jump it.
Does it look like these vines go all the way around?
Oh, right. So let's take a
To
look
the
at our
other
options.
sides?
This first section, yes.
Okay.
As you guys are examining and pondering and thinking of your options,
Absolutely.
who? Let's see here. I think Brielle. What's Brielle's passive perception?
Passive perception is decent.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, you're gonna do this. Anybody else have 16 also?
I think someone
17.
does. I was going to
Oh,
say,
okay.
I thought Ryan was close
So
to me.
you two guys notice a figure popping about inside of the vines.
16, sorry.
And you kind of obviously probably stop and look at it, and you see a figure that you come to be known as called a chewinga walking. It's kind of pops up in the center of the staircase, about halfway up. And you can notice that it has a mask that makes it look very similar to a triceratops. It's got kind of a swirl, kind of black and white pattern over the shape of the skull. And what really is going to stand out to you is that this chewinga has got a very large orange and purple orchid kind of tucked into the corner of its mask. And as you're watching this figure, it kind of stomps its feet a little bit and then kind of draws one foot back as if it's getting ready to charge, and then it runs straight up the staircase. And as it runs, the foliage parts before it and then comes back together behind it. It gets to the top of the landing, looks down at you guys, waves its arms around, and then poof, is gone.
Okay, Rickster's gonna try to just follow. Just book it. Probably only I don't know, let's do 10 feet. Because if that first 10 feet, after the safe zone hurts, I'm not gonna keep going.
So you're 10 feet into the unsafe?
Yeah, running, though.
Yeah. Richter
To
can
see if it
totally
starts
book
working.
10 feet in,
Same.
and you take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, I'm gonna go back down to the same area.
You do notice that as you're going backwards,
Mm-hmm.
you don't take damage.
Walk backwards.
I think Rickster's dumb enough actually to try that. So I'm gonna get back down to the 10th foot, turn around so I'm facing everybody, and take a step backwards,
You take a point
up.
of damage.
Dang it.
You've taken now 12, 11 points of damage.
Yes,
out of the
I
staircase.
can math.
Okay.
Think it's a flower? Think the flower grants passage?
Is it a flower that we've seen?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be history?
I would like to make a perception check to look for that flower.
Same type of thing, I suppose.
No, I don't see nothing. That was a nat one.
That doesn't work.
Okay, can I do a history check then?
Gigaborn.
Go for it, yeah.
Why can't I? There we go.
Oh. It's all right him up and down.
16.
Oh, Lord.
See if as we've been traveling at all.
You think you
Recognize
have
it.
seen that orchid in the jungle. You look around right now, you don't see it, but you are pretty sure you have seen it.
Okay, how recent?
With a 16 in the past week or so.
Okay. Rickster will think.
Gilly wants to walk back down to Iku.
Maybe we need a triceratops.
Iku is still, she's gone from leaning against the tree. She is now sitting beneath the tree.
I guess I should pause and reverse a little bit. Did you guys explain what you saw? Or are you just talking?
I mean, we would have probably explained it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would have pointed him out.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure, like, when he popped
So
out,
then us seeing
we would
it.
have pointed him out.
Okay. Iku,
Yes.
where can I find a purple and orange orchid?
There are many beautiful things in this jungle.
Gilly, like, painstakingly describes the orchid.
She's
She
getting an
just
eye
saw.
twitch.
Blue flower, red thorn.
And says, that one.
Oh, that does sound most beautiful.
She said she can't help us.
Yeah, we have to solve it ourselves.
Rickster's gonna go back to like the ground.
Sure.
And kind of just like sit down, and it's gonna pull out the small wooden dinosaur figure that he carved. Technically, it's an ankylosaurus, not a triceratops, but. And then the carved chewinga, and Montwood's staff, which has the.
Oh, Montwood has one of those on his staff, actually.
Yes, right? Or did I give that back? Because we encountered one of these before because of
Oh,
Montwood's
didn't you
staff,
give it
Oh,
right?
back?
yeah, Chewonga
Yeah,
took it back.
and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that
It took that mask back.
right. But so I'm still gonna get out the staff and kind of like put them all out and just be like, "Hey, can you come back and help us? I'll try to help you."
So you sat down.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like waiting while people do things.
You're kind of like watching the group, and you hear a little bit of like shuffling in the grass behind, or the foliage behind you,
Mm-hmm.
and then it kind of faster than you can turn around. Like you look, you see this same chewinga with the dinosaur, with the triceratops mask, and the orchid in its kind of tucked into its mask, come just charging full speed at you. And it runs right into you and just kind of bounces off.
Okay.
And then, like, hits the ground a couple inches backwards on its butt. And it shakes its head and it looks up at you.
Okay. So,
It's going,
right. I'm gonna put like my hand down, and like so kind of simultaneously like grab the two carved figures, the dinosaur and the chewinga, and bring it over and put my hand down, kind of like in front, and be like, "Will you help us, please?" And kind of like make the little dinosaur figure dance.
Give me a persuasion? Or just a charisma check if you don't have persuasion.
I mean, it's not a trained, so I guess it's the same either
But take it
way.
with advantage because you've got some little props here to...
Okay. Can I also add, like, oh, I've met one of you before?
I mean, this kind of falls still under the...
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, but just so. For RP-ness, 12.
That was the number I was looking for. What? It was 14, then you add a little bit more to it.
Okay.
Took it down to 12.
Okay.
So you're kind of like handing this dinosaur and stuff towards it, right?
Well, like, I have, like, my hand open, like, so it could get on my hand if I wanted. And, yeah, kind of like, you know, if you are playing with the kid and you're kind of, like, you know, making the little figure dance, kind of like that at him, but not, like, really close.
Sure. So it points at the dinosaur figure that you carved, and then does the, like, gimme. Like
Okay. And, like, so, like, make it dance right over to him and let him take it.
Keeping in mind, this figure is, like, half the size of this chewinga.
Yeah.
So it takes it, and it's just, like, hold it up. And you, like, its snoot of its elongated mask is kind of, like, hitting it a little bit. He's trying to, like, keep it away so it's not bumping into his own mask. And then he puts it under his arm, and it looks up at you, pulls the orchid from the back of its mask, puts it in your hand, and then it turns and does the, like, shuffling footsteps again, but this time puts the dinosaur out in front of it, and it just runs into the undergrowth, and it's gone.
Okay, Richter will call up. If you want to try Ceratops, come back and find me.
No response.
Well, yeah, but...
Okay.
And then Richter will be like, hey, guys! Guys!
Yeah.
The
What?
illusion of it would work. It's like
Look-
create an illusion of the flower.
Look what I have! And I just, like, start running towards you guys, holding the flower, waving above me.
You got one.
Yeah. You guys will never believe it. One of those little guys, the Chowingas, and I'll still have the figure out and show, like, these guys, he gave it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna try this again. I'll run 10 feet.
As you run up the steps,
Mm.
the foliage parts,
Okay.
and you're able to... It's not even rough terrain. It's just
Okay.
clear. You can sprint up the steps, but it closes in behind you.
Like, to the point where even someone following right close behind me wouldn't be able to?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, this may be tedious, but what if Vorn played past the orchid?
What do you mean? I don't know that game.
So Vorn goes up the stairs with the person carrying the orchid, and then Vorn holds the orchid and comes back down the stairs. Back and forth, back and forth.
But I go faster than Born. He's bigger, but I go faster. Can I do it?
You're gonna take each of us?
Well, I think I can.
That'll work.
In fact, would I be able to carry Gilly and one other person?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Or, I don't think it'd be a good idea to throw it back down.
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you guys want to do. I'm just saying I'm faster. Can Varn carry all of us? He's stronger than me.
Not a
Maybe
one.
if he was all together.
Yeah,
Aw.
I think we already decided, like, Vorn can't even carry me, plus all the stuff that he's carrying.
Okay, that's
So-
right. He's carrying stuff as well.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, if he can't carry anybody and the stuff, then he won't be able to
That's
carry
true.
people up and down.
And I just looked at his help anyway. It would be an extreme waste of...
Okay. Yeah, so Rickster's just gonna pick up Gilly if she will let him and start going up.
Oh, okay.
So, sure. So, yeah, absolutely. You can pick Gilly up.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the orchid tucked, I'm sure, somewhere on your,
Mhm.
on your person. You go 10 feet up and you're fine. And you start walking up that next 10 feet.
Mhm.
You're fine. Gilly, you start getting cuts and scrapes.
Ow!
Even though I'm
stop!
holding?
And begin taking damage for each.
Ow, stop,
Let's
stop,
say
Okay,
after
okay.
2 feet,
Okay.
you stop. So you take 2 points of damage, Gilly.
So if I am standing still, is it still clear where I'm standing?
At your feet?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Okay. And so even if I was holding Gilly up, so at that height, is it that the brush is that tall or
No,
just
you know,
the
brush isn't
nature?
touching her at all.
Okay, okay. Here, Gilly, what if we hold it together here and like hold it up a little bit so that Gilly can also just like kind of grab part of the stem or touch it. And then I'm gonna take one more step.
You both take a point of damage.
Ow! No, that doesn't work.
While I'm watching them take damage,
Uh-huh.
Brielle's gonna just walk into the jungle and look for a stupid flower.
Cool. Are you trained in nature?
I am.
You wander out for a time. Without knowing what the rest of these people are going to do, I'm not going to tell you how long it takes you to find anything. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So, Brielle just walks out of the jungle.
Okay.
So it's just me.
Yeah, she doesn't say anything to you. She just leaves.
She didn't try to be stealthy, so with your perception, you can see her walk away.
So I got 10 feet up, you said, from the original 10? Is that how far I am?
No. You've done now 3, total 13 feet.
Yeah. So we went the original 10,
Okay.
which is damage free, and then I started getting hurt.
Okay, I guess whenever I started running, I was picturing that I was already past the 10. But that makes way more sense then. Because I was thinking, like, so suddenly it just stopped working, but that makes sense. Okay.
Can we go back down now?
Yeah, sorry, I would go back down.
Going back down is totally fine.
Do one of you guys want to try holding it and going up on your own?
You would come back down and realize also the braille is gone.
She probably
Sounds good.
Probably went to go look for more flowers. That would be my best guess. Why don't you try to hold it and go up there?
I would like to try something real quick.
Okay.
Let's see if this will work. I want to take a look at the other flower and use my illusion to create a duplicate in my hand.
Yeah, they looked and smelled and tasted
So
it.
I will start walking in until like when the razors start cutting and see if it.
How far into the razors do you walk? Let's find out. You hesitate. You walk 2 feet.
So I know it starts 10 feet.
Yeah, I got you. That's why I started the razors too.
Alright, so.
You got 2 feet into the razors.
Yeah.
You hit 2 points of damage.
Okay. No, that didn't work. Ow, 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 ow.
I'm assuming you only took the fake orchid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. Now try this one and give you the real one.
I just missed the illusion that didn't work.
And give you the real one.
I mean, you know the real one works, so we'll walk through.
So far, Rickster's the only one that hasn't taken any damage walking through it. And Rickster was given the orchid. Whenever both Gilly and Rickster were touching it, Gilly still took damage. So
Okay.
kind of process of elimination.
Right. So yeah, I'll take the real orchid and start walk to the same point.
The foliage parts before you, and you can walk clearly and easily.
So it must just be like it only works for one person?
Yep, looks that way. That's why Brielle's trying to find more, I'm sure.
You have, do you have magic? So like we have this, we know what this is. And then it can tell you where others are? That's a magic thing, right?
Yeah, but not my kind of magic thing.
Oh.
You want locate object. Actually,
I don't-
clerics do get locate object.
I don't
think it's
know.
higher level stuff.
Actually, while we're waiting for Brielle to get back, can I cast Identify as a ritual on the flower as long as I have it?
Sure.
And
It's
that's
10 minutes.
Yeah.
right. Okay. Rickster is gonna go to the other side of the ziggurat and see if those stairs are the same.
Identical.
Okay.
Are you magical?
So you cast Identify as a ritual, and it is not. It is a beautiful living. Well, now dead, but
So it's a mundane flower.
it's a mundane
All
flower.
right. Very pretty mundane flower.
A very pretty mundane flower. So you guys have been messing around for quite a while now as Brielle is hunting through the wilderness. Brielle, about a half an hour into your hunt for this flower, you find a small smattering of them kind of bunched together.
Okay.
And you're very easily able to pluck 3 more
Okay.
identical flowers.
She'll pick up more than 3. She'll take like a bouquet of them.
Well, hold on.
If I can get like a bouquet of them.
You can get as many as 10.
She'll take all
Okay.
A ranger's dozen.
10.
A ranger's dozen. And you start your half an hour walk back in towards the group. Now, you guys don't know that Brielle has found flowers, so what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna take a petal off of the one and only
No, don't do that. What if it doesn't make it work? No.
Okay, so in my head, the way this plays out is he does that, and then you guys just start saying no afterwards.
That's the way I saw it.
Because plucking a petal is just like boop, kind of action. Like it's not a conversation kind of action.
You give the flower back to Rixer.
Okay.
And then only the petal try walking through the...
You get 3 feet in with your cocky attitude and realize that nope, doesn't work. You take 3 points of damage.
Hey, Rixer's gonna very cautiously try it with the now partial flower.
It still seems to work.
Okay.
Kelly's just gonna sit and wait for Brielle to come back, because
Sure.
that's her default.
Looking ahead.
That's her default. Brielle left. I'm just going to sit here and wait.
Looking ahead. Once it gets to the
All
platform.
right, both of you try holding the flower at the same time.
We
They
did
did
that.
it.
Yeah.
They did that.
Oh, I thought you were just like holding on to her.
No, we did both.
I touched it, and I still got hurt.
So like looking up ahead, so where this first 30-foot rise ends in a platform,
Don't
Is-
wizard or something to experiment
is that platform still choked, and is the stair up to the second level still choked?
No, the choking vines end at the first level.
Okay. Since we're waiting anyways, I think Rixer will go all the way up to that first platform and kind of just investigate.
Sure. It looks kind of in rough shape.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's much more weather beaten. It's kind of chipped here and there.
Okay. Nothing. I'll do an investigate to see if there's anything that like stands out or is unusual.
Sure.
That's going to be 17.
No, not really. Other than it looks like it's in kind of bad shape.
Okay. I mean, I have something else unless somebody else wants to do a thing.
Nope.
Okay.
Sitting and waiting.
About how long would it take for Rixer to go all the way up to the top? Does it seem like something
Let's
to be
see
like,
here.
that'll take a way, way, way long time?
The steps from level 1 to level 2
Mm-hmm.
are 33 feet long and rise 20 feet.
Okay. I mean, so I can, like, if I'm walking, I could do
Most of that.
but it's climbing steps, so I didn't know if...
It's a gentle enough rise that you could, you'd officially have to do essentially a double move.
Right. Okay. And do that. And at the next platform, anything different?
Oh, hold your horses, Dana.
Oh my goodness.
Hold your horses. Now that you're telling me that you're setting foot on the stairs, things are now different.
Okay.
You take 1 foot on the first step.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to put your weight on it, and your foot falls through it, almost as if it's like made of sand. And you kind of stumble forward a little bit until your foot kind of slides back down to the base level.
Does it...
And then it reforms as if it is solid.
And holding... I still have the flower on me. It's still
You
doing
do.
that, right?
You
Okay.
do this.
Do we see this happen?
Yeah, you guys can totally see this happening.
Pay attention to the symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
That little Chawanga charged up the stairs.
And had a flower.
Mm-hmm.
So, something from nature. Sand is earth. But I don't know.
As you are standing there staring at it thinking, as Rickson is, right?
Mm-hmm. It hurts really bad.
Yeah. You see a Chawinga appear about the center of the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
This one is wearing a mask shaped to look like a chameleon. Except Sticking out of the corner of the mask, you see it has a purple and orange orchid, much like the one you have. And on the other side, it has a long red feather. It looks at you for a couple seconds, and then turns, and then very purposefully does high steps, like almost like a dance, its way from step to step to step to step to step to the top of the staircase before vanishing at the top.
Okay, Rickster's gonna try to repeat that, like, sort of little dance jig going up the stair.
One dancing step onto the staircase. Does it.
Okay.
And it turns into sand under his foot. He slides back down.
Okay. Hey, little guy, I'll give you something too for your feather.
I hate this jungle.
Me too.
And hold on, sorry, this is probably just gonna be like flavor text, but Rickster is very used to like working with animals, and I get that they're not animals, but so like, how do I say it? Like, essentially like nonverbal communication and body language of like not being imposing, of trying to be gentle and careful, slow, things like that. When, I guess, offering something or speaking to them.
Sure. And yeah, you can say that, but nothing really comes.
I know, at least it's just kind of flavor text of like his demeanor. Yes, thank you. While he's doing this.
Okay. As you're up there kind of calling and talking to the Schwingo that's disappeared, Brielle will return from her travels.
Oh, you got the flower. Thank you. We have a new problem.
She doesn't even cast geometry. She just signs what?
Those stairs after the platform turn into sand. I think Rickster's up there trying to talk to something. I didn't obviously want to go up there, but thank you, now I can. Thank you for getting that. Thank you.
I'm high enough up that I wouldn't hear them talking, right?
You can hear that they are talking.
Okay.
You might not be able to pick up the words perfectly.
Okay. So...
We can't make out the Chewongo, right?
You probably could have seen that there was another Chewinga up there, but that it had an orchid and a red feather specifically, maybe not.
No
Okay.
ornamentation. Right.
So it probably partially overlapping what Gilly's saying because it's Rickster and can't actually really hear. So yeah, he will yell, "Now we need a red feather!
Brielle,
It's sand!"
The flowers on the ground.
It turns
and
to
starts
sand!
stomping back into the forest.
I'll take one of those flowers.
Alright, I feel like this is a good spot to call it now that everyone's good and frustrated with this hilariously fun puzzle.
It's not a puzzle! It's a scavenger hunt! You must bring me another shrubbery!
So, I was just going to say something real quick out of character. So out of character was kind of thinking is maybe just one of us needs to make it to the top. And then once we talk to grandmother, she can make it all away.
If you can get a feather, that would work.
Right. But getting one feather is going to be easier than getting 4 feathers. That's all I'm saying.
Like kill the whole bird.
Thankfully, you have Maltwood Staff. Maltwood Staff has a lot of trinkets on it.
That's true.
Sam?
Hey, that's all for tonight. Thanks for listening. If you want to get to know us better, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Monday Night TPK. You can also find Monday Night TPK at Above the Table Games on YouTube. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. It helps us out a lot. Thanks for listening, and we'll always save a seat at the table for you.
Gonna kill me a red bird.